No. Andraste's tits, human. You know how many people want to hire onto this expedition?
But we heard you're going into the deep roads. Surely you'll need all the help you can...
No. You're too late. Already done. This is a sort of venture that can make a man for life. I'm not about to take any chances hiring random humans.
I'll buy you a drink before we head into the deep roads. Everyone wins.
Get in line, human. Half of Kirkwall wants to be my best friend right now. You're looking for a quick way out of the slums, right? You and every other Ferelden in this dump. Find another meal ticket.
What are we supposed to do now? We've got nothing to stop the next person who tries to sell us out. This expedition was our last chance.
We've made a name for ourselves this last year. We'll find something.
We have to. We need coin, status, something we can hide behind. As long as we're just refugees, we're no one. Maybe Gamlen knows someone who can talk to Bartram for us.
Our uncle's not exactly the most reliable tool in the shed.
He's all we've got. Make us save us. We might as well ask. Otherwise, I don't know what we'll do.
Hey!
Ow.
I knew a guy once who could take every coin out of your pockets just by smiling at you. But you don't have the style to work HIGHTOWN, let alone the Merchant's Guild. Might want to find yourself a new line of work. Off you go.
That's why Varric is the best.
How do you do? Varric Tethras, at your service. I apologize for Bartrand. He wouldn't know an opportunity if it hit him square in the jaw.
But you would?
I would. What my brother doesn't realize is that we need someone like you. He would never admit it either. He's too proud. I, however, am quite practical.
You're part of Bartrand's venture.
That's right. The deep roads wouldn't normally be my thing, but I can't allow the head of our family to go down there alone. So as you might imagine, I have more than a passing interest in this expedition's success.
What makes you so certain we can help? You know nothing about us.
Oh, on the contrary. You've made quite the name for yourself over the last year. The Coterie has been squeezing smugglers out left and right, and the only group to survive owes it all to you two. The name Hawke is on many lips these days. Not bad for a Ferelden fresh off the boat.
You must have heard of my sister as well, then.
Only a little. She is certainly welcome to come, but I'll leave that up to you.
Frankly, I'd rather you take the credit.
Madam, your secrets are safe with me.
Find out what he's offering. We need a way into this expedition.
There must be some way to persuade your brother to hire us on.
We don't need another hireling. We need a partner. The truth is, Bartrand's been tearing his beard out trying to fund this on his own, but he can't do it. Invest in the expedition. 50 sovereigns and he can't refuse. Not with me there to vouch for you.
Your brother doesn't seem like the sort who's willing to split profits.
My brother is many things, but he is not stupid. Far better to share the profits than be trapped in a tide with 1,000 Darkspawn between you and the exit. Trust me, he'll come around.
Why would you stick your neck out for a complete stranger?
I'd rather take a chance on someone with your reputation than head into the deep roads unprepared. And besides, we'd be your partners. I'm willing to give a little trust if you are.
I hope there's more to this, like how I'm supposed to get that much coin together.
You need to think big. There's only a brief window after a blight when the deep roads won't be crawling with Darkspawn. The treasure you find down there could set you and your family up for life.
It won't be easy, but it's a chance. I think we have to take it. Better to work our way into this expedition than sit around waiting to be thrown in the gallows.
We work together, you and I, and before you know it, you'll have all the capital you need. What do you say?
There might be nothing down there except darkspawn and rubble. How can you be sure we'll make a profit?
Well, Bartrand isn't grasping at strings. He's operating on some good information. Some of the deep roads are so old, even the dwarves have forgotten them. We just need to get down there. Then Bartrand will lead the way. You and I will be there to handle problems.
What makes you so certain you'll be useful to me?
I know everyone in this city worth knowing. I can help you find a job you need, and if you don't need me for that, there's always Bianca.
You named your crossbow.
And why not? She's a beauty. Isn't that right, sweetheart?
Good old Bianca.
What's to stop you from taking my investment and running?
You'll be traveling with the expedition, and I'll be at your side. If I cross you, you'll be the first one to know, and I'll be the last.
See, and that's what I love about him. He's honest. He's got his own code of honor. And he's definitely smooth, but everything he's saying makes sense.
It's not like I had anything better planned.
Perfect. Kirkwall's crawling with work. You set aside some coin from every job and you'll have the money in no time.
Maybe Aveline can find us some work. She's got a position with the city guard now.
We should talk privately when you get the chance. In the Hanged Man, maybe. I'll be there when I'm not with you. Now, let's go see what trouble we can stir up.
Yay!
Ah, HIGHTOWN, where the rich go.
I'm so happy to have Varric on my team. Heads up, he's never leaving. Ever. As long as I can help it. I mean, if there's a situation where he has to leave the party because somebody else has to be in it, that's fine. But whenever there's a chance, Varric's going to be there. All the way through. And you will see why. We don't need to really worry about your cunning too much because that's kind of what I'm around for. We need to put you into power. And, well, fine. We'll give you at least 14 cunning. Why not? That's specialist. Let's keep you on your archery first. Give you the bursting arrow. I see that'll work. But I saw a familiar face that I'm sure some of you may have seen as well. And we're going to talk to him. Going on the sandal.
Bodan Feddick, purveyor of goods both common and rare, at your service. And this is my son, Sandor, who is as brilliant an enchanter as you'll ever find. Say hello to the nice human, Sandor.
Hello.
We shall be accompanying your expedition and providing the needed supplies. It's all quite exciting, isn't it?
The thought of adventure does make me giddy.
A kindred soul, surely. But I digress. Do you wish to peruse my wares, or perhaps make use of Sandal's unique talents?
Enchantment?
Just so.
I thought all enchanters were mages.
Not at all. The fabled dwarven resistance to magic has allowed enchantment of crafts for countless ages. Granted, most dwarven smiths must work for many, many years to learn the skill. But my boy is a natural, a savant beyond compare.
Who's scratching his ass?
I like enchantment.
And he enjoys his work. What more could one ask?
You two don't seem the sort to hire onto this expedition.
My son and I have never played it safe. Never kept to the tried and true roads. In fact, we have just returned from adventures while accompanying the hero of Ferelden, legendary Grey Warden and vanquisher of the Blight.
So you helped to defeat the Blight?
In our small way, perhaps. We did not fight at the Grey Warden's side, of course. The hero of Ferelden is a fine man. After all his accomplishments, may he find even greater success. But surely my past is hardly of interest to the likes of you.
Let's see what you have.
By all means, feel free to peruse my wares whenever you wish.
And it's weird because the way it works is in a lot of these areas, you no longer talk to the person who sells it unless you want to get some information. You actually just click on their stalls. It's all the same. Yeah, so you just sell it all. None of it's any good. What do I have? Yeah, see that what I have is better anyways. Alright, so nobody has a belt, so I'll hold on to that then. There's nothing to that. A vial of Darkspawn blood. Keep hitting it. Don't mean to. So used to Dragon Age Origins. Belts.
That dwarf better be right. I don't want to catch the blight down there.
You're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch it. You're gonna like it. Not really. But you are probably gonna catch it. You just won't like it.
To like your brother very much.
And here I thought it took blood magic to read minds.
I had a twin brother, Carver. He used to nail my braid to the bed while I was sleeping. I never thought I'd miss him this much.
Sorry about your brother. Hey, you want mine? I got a spare.
Let's head into the Blooming Rose.
Interesting place.
Madame Lucine runs the place for Harlan. Or with him. Or on him. It's a coterie thing.
What's going on in here? Ah, chest. Nice. Grab what we can, sell it later. Loot and profit.
I won't mention this to your mother if you do.
Teach me to make a shiv now. You promise.
See if there's anything else we could probably
Do you
loot.
ever wish in Orzammar?
Great ancestors, no. You know what Orzammar is? It's cramped tunnels filled with
dog shit and body odor. And every person there thinks he's better than you because his great-great-great-grandfather made a water clock or something.
But they're your people. Don't you even wonder what it would be like?
I have a good imagination. Why would I waste it on that?
Makes a point. Another crate. Oh, cool. Quest.
Not going to happen.
Oh! Well, something to open at a later time.
I don't think I can do that. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Well, then you're useless to me. So I just called myself useless.
I swear by Andraste, you little monster. Pinch me again and you're dead.
I didn't pinch you. You got the wrong man. Back to Hightown. Get a little lay of the land first. See if I can find chests or other stuff. Kind of get the gold a little bit easier. And then it's no wonder Galen has gone into debt, spending his days at the whorehouse. Probably also getting lots of gambling debt and just other vices he can't control himself for.
Afraid of apostates? Not even a little.
Sunshine, I'm a dwarf, in case you missed that detail.
Dwarves aren't completely immune to magic, you know.
No. I meant there are at least 30 people in this town who'd murder my family over trade deals. Who has time to worry about apostates with a merchant's guild breathing down your neck?
In that case, I see.
That's the one thing you can count on, Varric. He always makes sense. So... not much, but better than nothing.
Hawke, long time no see, my friend.
Worthy, when did you get back into town?
Oh, just a month or so ago. Things didn't work out in Orzammar. You aren't still working for Athenril, are you? Your year must be up by now.
Still trying to ferret out everyone's business, I see.
Of course. How else do you expect a dwarf to make a living? I'll tell you what. I still have my old contacts. You need some rune crafting done, I can arrange it for you. Take care, Hawke. Don't get dead.
I'll try my best. Don't need any of those now. And crafting's done a little bit different. Instead of actually having resources to keep, the way it works is by finding resources, you have them for good, then it's just a matter of having the coin to pay for it. So you find the resources, you have those forever, and then you kind of just go from there. Kind of like that system. I mean, that way you're not always having to look for pieces.
Don't get stabbed again. Buy armor today.
Another Ferelden street rat? Are you here to waste my time, or do you actually have coin to spend?
Actually, my coin and I were just leaving.
Hey, I'm having a bad week. There are few Fereldens of means in Kirkwall. Forgive me.
Are you an armorer? A weaponsmith?
My stock is varied. What all my wares have in common, however, is quality. Only the best for my distinguished patrons. See for yourself.
And I will, at a later time, where I actually have money that I can spend. Hey, it's Sebastian.
Sebastian, stop this madness. The Chantry cannot condone revenge, Sebastian.
It is my right, my duty, to show these assassins there is nowhere in the Free Marches to hide.
This is murder.
No. What happened to my family was murder.
Huh.
And Andraste did say, those who harm a house of the Maker have done harm unto the Maker himself.
Go ahead and take this. Heading to the Chantry and then the low roads in a minute. Aha! Knew I'd find something. Ah, more crates. So many poison rings just lying around.
They'll let anyone into Hightown these days.
Oh, shut up. Fine, fine. We'll go into the Chantry.
I like the Chantry. This is the only place in Hightown where the Merchants Guild won't come looking.
Chest on this side. No. Well, I'd kind of make sure that we got everybody handling the other enemies so they don't get swarmed.
Some definition.
Do you ever wonder what your life would have been like?
My nobility is just an expensive lifestyle. I've already got one of those.
Nobles have power too, and responsibilities.
Estates, servants, investments, mercenaries, assassins. We've still got all those things. It's sunnier here. Nobody calls me. I think I can live with that.
Gather all the intelligence. History of the Chantry. Involving the First Blight. Take away this burning itch, really? That's awful. Should have thought about that before you decided to mess around. Not to talk to the people.
It would be most appreciated if you did. I'm sorry you had to witness that disgraceful scene by the Chanter's board. I am Elthina, Grand Cleric of Kirkwall. Sebastian's normally a good lad, but he's had a terrible shock.
Sebastian? Was that his name?
Sebastian Vale. He was affirmed here nearly a decade ago. He had just been invested as a brother when we got the news about his family. I'm afraid he reacted rashly, denied his vows, and left the Chantry. If the Maker wills it, he will return to himself before it's too late.
So he's some kind of priest?
He is an initiate of the faith. As a man, he cannot serve as a mother would, but he has led the chant here many times. Before last week, I would have said he was the most faithful of our true believers.
He said someone murdered his family.
Sebastian is the youngest son of the ruling family of Starkhaven. They were overthrown recently, violently. Sebastian is the only surviving member.
He's royalty?
Prince Sebastian Vale, if he succeeds in his pledge to take back his lands. He made a vow to the Maker to put worldly concerns behind him. It is a sin to forswear himself for a mere title.
I think his family deserves to be avenged.
Sebastian would spend his coin to buy men's lives, the same as those who attacked his family. No matter how justified he feels, that is murder. And when he returns, I will tell him so again.
She's right, but hey, the Warden of Ferelden had his entire family slaughtered in a very similar fashion, over power and other stupidity. And sometimes things just have a way of working themselves out. Yes, I know, I have a world map. You can see day or night cycles for Kirkwall, because only certain things can happen at certain times. And then free marches. And these are your 3 maps. That's it. Long way home and duty. I won't do that yet. We do, however, need to go to Lowtown soon enough, because need to go ahead and get us some gear that's there. Down from Hightown down to Lowtown to Galen's house, where I have my chest full of stuff. I gotta remember to use Appa. To assign it to be then assign that there. No whenever I want to. Appa! Except we're gonna change his name, because right now it's just dog. See, that's right, he's just a sustained state, so I don't need to actually keep that as an ability. What am I doing? So let me assign that back to here. Because I forgot he's sustained. Yes, yes. Head to the gallows. Speak to the... Well, not to the Viscount. We're not important enough yet. Speak to our good friend, Aveline. Find some much-needed work. Gotta come up with 50 sovereigns and quick. Too bad it's not like the other stuff. It's where you had those items right off the bat, like you saw me, and I just sold it, and they made it quick, like 300 sovereigns right then and there. They played it much smarter this time around. I'm guessing specifically for this story purpose, to where the bonus items that you receive, either through DLC, purchasing the game, and so on, are like 1 copper, and that's it. I'm just gonna walk in here, in the Viscount's office. Nothing serious.
Not going to happen.
Fine. Steal this bottle from the Viscount. How about that?
I don't think I can do that.
The office of the Viscount is not open to the public.
Yep. Done with you. Can't go through here. Chancery hierarchy. Can't go through there.
I can't do that.
Fine.
Start working.
Yay.
Games and changing forged coins.
That's good to know, Barrett. This place isn't a house of corruption. Sarcasm. I should level by now. That's the thing too. Unlike Dragon Age Origins, the way your leveling up goes from in regards to experience is it's by the scenario. It's not per kill. It's for completing a set. You get experience.
Aveline.
Hello, Hawke.
Been a while, hasn't it?
What? Oh, right. Sorry. It feels like we just talked. I've been keeping an eye on you. Information is one of the few perks of this job. Watch out for Bartrand. He's a son of a bitch.
You know I don't like it when you have people watch me.
Saved me camping on your doorstep. After what we went through to get here, well, you're no child, but I take care of my friends. The places they have me patrolling, I've got time.
A person in your position seems like they might learn some profitable things.
You know better than to ask that.
One day you'll be frustrated enough to go for it.
It's like I'm sitting on my hands. There are dangerous people in this city. In fact, I might have a job for you. Let me know if you want to do a favor for Kirkwall. Otherwise, I'm here if you need me. Maker knows I could use more satisfying work.
Seems like Kirkwall suits you.
It has been a challenge. Lots of opportunity, if you're the type the locals want.
Are you?
If you argue enough, you kind of convince yourself.
It's been a year settling in. Are you all right?
You don't need to coddle me. I am where I am. How close I hold my memories is my own business.
Just trying to be a good friend.
This must be a very different pace from serving King Caleb.
I love that life. But there's a new king for a new Ferelden. Seems cocksure, but I guess he was there when the Archdemon fell. Can't fault an active hand. It's just one more change, though. The real end for me was Ostagar. You and Carver must have felt something similar. I don't know if that's right to say. I barely knew him.
I don't dwell on it. I guess we had that in common.
Then I would have liked him.
The Blight is over. You could go back to Lothering.
That wasn't home for me. It was just where the Horde pressed us. It wasn't the first village I saw fall. But you don't get used to people losing everything.
It's not how I wanted to say goodbye. I'll say that.
You can't go home again. That's supposed to be about maturity. It's not the same if you don't have the option.
All right, Aveline. You have something worth doing.
My patrols may be empty walks in the dark, but there's something big coming up, and I could use you. An ambush, probably for a caravan, although I can't find any shipments that match up. Doesn't matter though. Highwaymen waiting for someone to rob. I'm putting a stop to it, my district or not.
You have a name, or anything else to go on?
Not important. If we show up and they attack, they're bad. Simple as that. I'll wager it's smugglers though. Like I said, seems like an obvious trap for a caravan.
You've been nosing around outside your commission.
Have contacts? And they're complaining about a lack of meat. Thugs and such. Someone is hiring. And one or two were told to prepare for travelers. You want to be good at this job? You pay attention to what's missing, and when people arrange escape routes.
Seems like you'd want to share this with your fellow guards.
I will, if you sit on your hands. I'll send my alerts, and someone else will lead a patrol. But there's profit and influence to be had. You're my friend, so I'm offering.
I'm no guard, Aveline.
There's only so many of us. Temporary recruits are expected time to time, as long as they're competent. You still claim to be competent, right?
Of course.
Aveline, you've got yourself a partner.
I knew I could count on you. They're hidden up Sundermount, remote and rough, but we can make good time with a shortcut this side. And no, you can't run off and do it without me. I trust you, but I have to be there. You're acting on behalf of the guard.
Fair enough. And the way that that happens is a blight occurs whenever the Darkspawn, who are primarily down in the deep roads, are constantly digging and searching for old gods that were imprisoned by the